Oh, hi, Deej. Again, you're here right on time, so I don't even have to do my regular mic check. My audio is a little too loud on my phone. I hope that didn't echo. If it did, it's unfortunate, but it's fine. Whew. Okay. Now, what do you last remember, so I can kind of bring you up to speed on what the hell's going on? At least as far as I understand it. I'm gonna take that as a not much. Okay. Do you remember us turning on the generator after going through that sequence of knocking out the nodules and getting past the root stalkers? Because you helped me figure out which path we were taking through the generator to help me get through it. You remember that? Okay. So, aside from doing that, we turned the power on. We went back through medical ward to open up a couple of the extra doors, among a few other things. In addition to that, now that the power's on, we can interact with all the computers. So I was going through and reading all the records from the different scientists that were here. Harsgard is responsible for a lot of what's going on here. He's the one that orchestrated a lot of these experiments. He's the one, along with Captain Neville, that instituted the Dreamers and has caused most of what's been going on here. After the incident in Ward 1, he's the one that quarantined everything. But for some strange reason, some of the stuff from Ward 1 was brought here to Ward Prime. They're running a lot of experiments. In addition to that, they actually watched the footage back from the explosion and the fire that consumed Ward 1. For the briefest of moments, they saw something in the image of the explosion. The visage of a dragon. And it stared back at them. The other scientists are the only ones that really know what's going on. Dr. Harsgard has no idea. Ever since then, the scientists have all been getting really bad nightmares about the stuff that's been going on here in the facility. So, I had thought, and I had said this kind of as a bit of speculation, the source of the root, the cause of all of this, is the dragon. That's the source of the root plague. And them constantly peeking through the doors is what woke it up. I was trying to, figure my way out and around here, because we opened up a couple of doors, and there's some areas I haven't quite explored yet. Yes, this is it. This is where we need to be. This is the new area. I'm also kind of thinking that that voice that we keep hearing inside the Dark Realm is the voice of the dragon. But I cannot be 100% sure on that part just yet. As of right now, we're kind of looking through the facility and opening the doors up. Ah, and this is the shortcut that takes me back to the crystal. Perfect. Okay, so we don't have to go all the way back through the facility again. That is super convenient. As far as I can tell right now, our core objective is to get to the heart of the facility towards that big-ass crystal that we saw once we got in here for the first time. To do that, we're going to have to break our way into the facility piece by piece, because the root's overtaken a lot of the major pathways. Now, what does this say? Okay. February 9th, 1963. Alas, I will never have that conversation with, Schillermacher, at least not in the manner I'd hoped. The man has become unhinged, but he has definitely seen Clawbone. The notes of the late Dr. Burner provided some insight into what happened at Ward 1. Although the Dreamer had not bonded to any Guardian in proper state, Clawbone, or something similar, was trying to speak through the Dreamer to the scientist of the ward. Their minds could not handle the contact, and it manifested as an advanced form of nihilism that led to the deaths of many. Why have I not been affected in this way? Perhaps because I've read the runes. I've seen Clawbone's society, a vision of what ours could be. Or perhaps I have not been affected for the same reasons I alone seem to be able to decipher the runes. Cessation is equality, serenity among ashes. These words were in Dr. Burner's final notes. He interpreted them existentially, based on the Darwinian attempt that survival is the ultimate assumption that survival is the ultimate goal, and cessation, therefore, is evil. It drove him insane. But that is not how I read these words at all. This incident makes one thing, at least, very clear. We have perfected the Dreamers. When we finally speak with Clawbone, I must be the one to speak with him. Uruk. I believe that's the name for Harsgard. That's his actual name, Uruk Harsgard, or Uruk Harsgard, however you want to pronounce it. I think Uruk sounds better, personally.
This isn't looking good.
Okay, hang on a minute. I need to get my bearings of the facility here to figure out where the hell we're going. That leads into one of the laboratories. That way's empty. Don't do that. I like my name. Okay, so there's the way to get into the dark room. Oh, God. Okay, there's two of these things here. Great. That's fun. Okay, and both doors just kind of lead to the same place. And there's the seed. Oh boy, there's... No, I don't like that. I refuse. Okay, there's 3 seeds here. That's not good. So that means I have to trek into the Dark Realm at least 3 times? No, at most 3 times. Because I don't know how I'm going to destroy it. Yes, I do. It's my name. You can't just change it. That's not how that works. Oh, shit. Nope. Hi there. Bye there. I'm not interested in you. What do you mean? Okay. Oh. Elaborate. Explain yourself. What makes you say that? I'm not going to interact with the computer just yet. I would like to hear your thoughts about my D&D character after the session we played today. What makes you say that they were hot or attractive? Elaborate. Explain. I appreciate you saying that, but the honest-to-God truth was, none of the rest of them seemed like they wanted to take lead on the investigation here, so I stepped up and did it. And I think I did a pretty good job. Like, I like how that all went. Alright. Second trek into the Dark Realm. Let's pop that second seed. I'm gonna probably run face first into one of these things again. Yup, sure did. Oh god, that's both of them. Hi guys. Bye guys. Foul fiends! Out of the way! There we go. Haha! You missed!
Well, it's over.
What? Really? That's all that was in here. Which is bullshit. I'm not a fan of that. I also really don't like how Trent was being so nihilistic about it. Oh, this is going to be the death of Icewind Dale. Yeah, if you talk like that, it's going to be. And you did. You did a great job. You really did. That was fun. Don't let those ninny naysayers say anything about that, man. It does matter. It does. I appreciated what you did. You poured your heart and soul into that. That was really fun. I had a blast. That was great. Plus, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. It was honestly kind of fun, like, ordering those guys around. And kind of being like, come on, guys, like, work with me here. That was very fun. I'm totally not saying that because it was nice kind of telling them what to do. Oh, boy. Here we go again. It does. Trust me. You did a good job, man. I want you to know that, okay? Oh, God, that was close. Woo! I do not know how I'm managing to dodge these things as effectively as I am. Whew! What is these? Yes! The fuse! We got it!
Dr. Eric Harsgaard, April 10th, 1964. I am leaving for Ward 13. The experiments of Ward Prime have proven informative, but we are exploring more promising avenues in the other wards. Starting with subject 2409. Dr. Itzaso says the Dreamer has successfully connected, the first of our Dreamers to do so, and his vitals are stable. Let us see what he sees. From Ward 13, I will also be able to visit the rooms more easily. I learn more every time I investigate them. Even reading the same passages over again, I see connotations and meanings I did not notice before, as if the text were speaking directly to my mind. We will continue the Dreamer projects, tuning them, perfecting them, until one day I can connect a Dreamer to Clawbone himself. I can feel him, waiting on the edge of perception. He whispers to me, touches my dreams. I must speak with him. He has the answers we need. If we can but find that one crucial connection. Immortality, equality, cessation, serenity. Soon we'll have it all.
Yeah, he's gone completely off the deep end. I'm not terribly surprised considering what they were doing. I know it felt demoralizing, Deej. I know that was hard. I am sorry, well and truly, that you had to go through that. But I do want you to know that there was someone at that table who truly enjoyed themselves and had fun. I'm just sad you didn't. And I want to try to help fix that. It's not fair if we're the only ones having fun. Hell, it's not fair if I'm the only one having fun. I really think we should sit down and talk with them. Because if you're not having fun, that is a problem. A big one. I know you don't like conflict. I know you don't like making waves. But this is too important. It's either we talk with them and figure out what's going on, or, and I really don't want to suggest this, but I will, you wash your hands of it, dude. Because if they're not going to appreciate all the work and effort you put into this, the fact that even if we don't play all the time, when we do, you do put your best foot forward and try, I don't think they deserve you as a dungeon master. And I hate saying that because I know you love Danny and Trent and Jay and Soren and all of them, but I want you to have fun too, dude. And if you're not, then something's got to give. You know what I mean? Okay, what does this computer have to tell us? System diagnostics are fine. Let's check the log. Okay, this should be interesting. Then I really think we need to talk with them, dude. Because if it's getting worse, and you're not having fun, we need to address that. I will help you if you want. But it's gotta come from you, dude. It can't come from me. June 24th, 1968. Based on the lack of response, I assume this computer is used for logging purposes rather than communication. That's unfortunate. I've been down here for 3 days now with no contact. So I may as well log my own reports. I was part of the fire team sent to clear hostiles from the lower levels. We encountered heavy resistance, and we were forced to retreat. In doing so, I got separated from my team and took shelter here. Unfortunately, now the door won't budge. I'm trapped. There's plenty of food, so survival shouldn't be a problem. I expect they'll find me after the invasion has been contained. Until then, I'll continue working at the door, listening for signs of activity and maintaining a state of readiness. Private Torres, out. I know you don't want to. You want to be able to keep playing and having fun. But we gotta do something, man. We do. We need to talk with them. This has to happen. You understand that, right? June 28, 1968. To be honest, the date of this report is just a guess. I've slept 5 times since the last log, but I have no way of knowing how much time has actually passed. I haven't heard any activity outside the door. I've spent most of my time keeping in shape and investigating my surroundings. It looks like they mixed drugs for the dreamers in here. I also found a fuse abandoned behind a cabinet. It appears functional and may even be the reason the doors don't work, but I've been unable to find any circuit breakers that need it. I'll keep looking. That's all I have to report, I guess. I'm safe for now. I'm grateful. I hope they find me soon. I'm getting antsy for someone to talk to. July 2nd? 3rd? I've lost track of the date. Sorry. I'm certain I'm staying awake longer than normal. Probably sleeping longer, too. Who knows? I heard noises outside today. Howling and gunfire. I slammed on the door, shouting as loud as I could, but no one came. Then the screaming started. It got real quiet after that. Still safe, I guess, but I might be stuck here longer than I thought. Much later. I have no idea how much time has passed. I'm basically just typing in this thing for something to do. No one's come. It's completely quiet outside the door. Jerry thinks they forgot about us, or maybe they're all dead. The roots in here are growing faster. I can't see them growing or anything. I just swear they're getting bigger. I'm kind of scared to go near them. Still got food, and Jerry, so that's something. At least I'm not alone. Bored. I think I'm starting to go nuts. We're running out of ways to pass the time. We played scavenger hunt, Mad Libs, charades, hide and seek. It's totally unfair how good Jerry is at that one. I even taught Jerry the drum line to I Can See for Miles, but that got old after the 30th repetition. Jerry thinks we should try some of the drugs in here. I told him he's crazy. Who knows what that would do to us? Heard some noises outside, growling, chittering, maybe even speaking? Couldn't make out any words, though. There was some scratching at the door. I banged on it and yelled, why the hell not, right? Open is open, even if I had to fight my way out. But whoever was out there went away. That was like 7 sleeps ago. Hell, maybe I hallucinate it. I miss other people. Scientific investigations. Poked at the roost today. Thought I saw something glowing underneath, so I got a scalpel and cut into them. I didn't get very far. They wouldn't stop screaming. I shouldn't be surprised. The same thing happened with the walls the other day. In which Jerry wins. Stopped counting sleeps after like 40. Or was it 60? Don't matter much. Starting on the drugs today. We'll go easy at first. Maybe that Gaston cocktail or whatever mentioned in the earlier logs. Dream lucidity sounds like a gas. Here we go. The reports. Gaston's cocktail. October 1962. Dr. Simpkins suggested that the dreamer's Gaston breakdown can be at least partially attributed to the solution he was given. Before more dreamers are connected, we'll need to test several different compounds. Decreasing the amount of galantamine as much as we can without losing dream lucidity. Please advise Dr. Harsgard that all Dreamer experiments should be put on hold until we find the appropriate values. I would also like to note again that I found Westcop's reactor code, this time penciled into the ceiling above this workstation. Someone needs to confront him about this. If there had been a security inspection, we all could have had our clearances revoked. Thank you. Reactor security. I talked to Westcop a few weeks ago. I haven't seen any codes either. Since he took the hint and actually memorized the damn thing, doubt it, or he's hidden it in his office somewhere. So long as it's only his career that's in danger, I guess. Ward 1 Contagion. February 1963. Upon further investigation into the Ward 1 problem, I believe the methamine and oxygen levels were unbalanced, leading to an electrical field far beyond the normal range. Dr. Harsgard agreed that the correct balance must be found before reconnecting Ward 4. However, he also asked me to look into what it would take to increase the field's range even further. He assured me it was strictly scientific and that whatever cocktail I came up with would not be used on a human subject. But why do it then? Do we have an ethics committee I can discuss this with? Error. File corrupted. Error. File corrupted. Assistance required. This is Private Benjamin Torres. I am trapped alone inside the medical lab facility in the lower levels of Ward Prime. If anyone can read this, please send assistance immediately. Alright. We're done down here. We got the spark plug. So now we can head up to the initial level, plug that into the circuit breaker, and then we can figure out what that opens precisely. Man, it's a really good thing these things can't see me. Ooh. Honestly, Deej, I think this like concept, this design would be really cool for like a dungeon. You're in the like the main area, and then in order to get stuff moving, you have to do stuff in the alternate version, which you can switch in between by interacting with a thing. But the problem is, the monsters are in the alternate dimension, so if you cross over, yeah, you can get stuff done, but you're constantly being hunted the whole time. Get done what you gotta quick and get the hell out. Right, those doors don't open. I forgot. Where was the room with the spark plug? Ah, the power room. Right. Here we go. Plug in the... Oh, wait, hang on. We didn't read that. Here we go. Ward Prime fuse. A very old fuse, but still looks functional. Someone carved the word Jerry on this with a knife. Pull the lever. Okay. Oh, and you can just turn it on and off. Alright, so what precisely did that do? Well, it looks like it turned on the lights. Kinda. Oh, the computers! I think now we can access the computers up here. What's this one? Unlock blast doors. Hold on a minute. Oh, that will lead us into the heart. Ah, I see. So that must have been the thing that we needed to do. Wasn't there a computer or something up here I could interact with too? Did I read this one? Ah, nope, we have not read this one. Hold on a minute. System diagnostics. Here we go. June 22nd, 1968. The situation worsens outside, and the General has requested my help in stemming the tide of this infection. Very well. While awaiting a specimen of for my displacement experiments, I have run some tests in small pieces of the crystal in an attempt to safely destroy them. I believe aggressive harmonics might do the trick, not only shattering the crystal but also disrupting the coupling between the torsion and Dirac spinners, thus crumbling the Einstein-Rosen bridge. External pressure means I don't have as much preparation time as I would like before conducting field tests. The fools want results. Well then, I'll give them some. Ward Prime has already been fully compromised. It should be an ideal location for this test. Whatever the outcome, it will prove most informative. Dr. Leto Apostolikis. June 26, 1968. Success! The harmonic frequencies allowed the formation of a gravitational singularity, resulting in a spectacular collapse of both crystal and much of the surrounding structure. Unfortunately, more work needs to be done before attempting to destroy the other crystals. The General will no doubt whine about the damage and potential loss of life should we extend this procedure to the other wards. Those particular gripes are irrelevant. However, we are already at the drastic measure phase. At this point, any loss of life is worth it to contain the infection. No, the real reason we cannot proceed is what the crystal left behind. I have hypothesized that the crystal would shatter into glitter or vaporize entirely, but neither was the case. At the center of the singularity, where the crystal had once stood, there is now what I believe to be a stable, possibly traversable, Lorentzian wormhole. Unfortunately, it was too risky to get a closer look, and so soon after the field test. I need more time to determine the nature of the anomaly and new danger it may present. Until those dangers have been properly assessed, I am unwilling to move forward with the destruction of the crystals, lest we make things worse than they are. For now, my time is best served back in my lab. I must better understand the nature and utilization of the crystals so that I can return to the conundrum of destruction better equipped. My lab work may also help in other ways. There is so much to learn, if only I could duplicate myself. Dr. Leto Apostolikis. Okay. You good, little bro? You're quiet. I'm just going to look around for any more computer consoles to interact with really quick before we open the doors. Oh, there's a few more in here too. I'm at least glad you ate. System diagnostics. Wait, enter password? Huh? Okay, hang on a minute. File deleted. Deletion. Apparently I'm not allowed to store security codes in this machine. Fine. Security risk. Ugh, once again I am told that my methods to remember the security codes are improper and unsafe. I don't see what the risk is. Ward Prime is locked down tighter than my mother-in-law's approval of me. Even if someone could get in here, what are they gonna do? Associate random numbers they find on the walls with storage in my office? Right? It's absurd to expect me to remember a new code every 60 days. I have quite enough to remember, thank you. That is unattainable. I need to figure out some other kind of solution. Ward 1. I'm taking a lot of heat for what happened in Ward 1, as if I could have prevented it. That's not my job, people. I interview subjects, record data, study trends, and sure, I try to help people if I can, but in all of my career, I've never seen anything like what happened to Berner and Schillermacher. Both of them suffered from some extreme form of depression, obviously, but there was nothing in our sessions to suggest this. At least Schillermacher's alive. I can't wait to see what he has to say now. Aha! I finally figured out a system to remember the storage room code. I can't write it down here, obviously, but it's a little complex. I got some help from my brother-in-law, the mathematician, so I need some notes to self. The code only uses digits from 1 to 5, right? So if I assign a 2-digit code to each letter of the alphabet, then I only have to remember 3 letters instead of a random 6-digit number. Then I just need to remember which letters represent the current code. My brother-in-law suggested I use mnemonics to make words, but then I'm still memorizing a new code every 2 months. I have a better idea. It means I can't play my crossword game anymore, but nobody around here ever played with me anyway. Wait. What? The code only uses digits from 1 to 5, so if I assign a 2-digit code to each letter of the alphabet, then I only have to remember 3 letters instead of 6 random... Wait. Oh, no. Uh-oh. How good are you at mnemonics puzzles, Deej? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I finally figured out a system to remember the code, the storage room code. I can't write it down here, obviously, but it's a little complex. I need to get some help from my brother-in-law, the mathematician, so I need some notes to self. The code only uses digits from 1 to 5, so if I assign a 2-digit code to each letter of the alphabet, then I only have to remember 3 letters instead of a random 6-digit number. Then I just need to remember which letters represent the current number. My brother-in-law suggested I use mnemonics to make words, but then I'm still memorizing a new code every 2 months. I have a better idea. It means I can't play my crossword game anymore, but no one around here ever played with me anyway. Okay, so... a 2-digit code to each letter of the alphabet. Then I only have to remember 3 letters. It goes from 1 to 5. The letters are B, G, N, R, Y. How would you do this exactly? Hold on a minute. I need to see how many numbers the code is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, it's a 6-digit code. Alright. And... Um... Hmm... How precisely would you go about looking at this? It only uses digits from 1 to 5. So the 6 is a gimme. If I assign a 2-digit code to each letter of the alphabet, then I only have to remember 3 letters instead of a random 6-digit number. Then I just need to remember which letters represent the current code. Wait, I see you. Those are the ones that represent the current code. So then... Wait. Huh. It's 2 digits for each one. I am too. This doesn't seem to make much sense. It's a little complex. I got some help from my brother-in-law, the mathematician, so I need some notes. The code only uses digits from 1 to 5, so if I assign a 2-digit code to each letter of the alphabet, then I only have to remember 3 letters instead of a random 6-digit number. Then I just need to remember which letters represent the current code. But how would we know what the current code is? Maybe this other computer has something to tell us? Hold on a minute. Before we do anything else, let's check everything from the other computers and see if we've got something to go off of. Oh no, it definitely is the letters on the board. It's just... How would you know what numbers to correspond to what letters to get the code? Because the way I would look at it is it's where the numbers cross. So the B is in between the 1 and 2, so that would be 3. Then G is between 2 and 2, so that would be 4. 3 and 4 make 7. There is no 7. Then 4 and 3 also make 7. There is no 7. 5 and 5 makes 10. So that... Wait, no, hang on. That would be... It would be 3, 3, 7, 7, 10. But how would you get that through the console? 3, 3, 7, 7, 10. That's only 6. But if you tried to do multiple numbers with the codes, then that wouldn't work, because you only get 6 digits. Like 3, 3, sure. No, like 3, 4, that's sure, okay. But then how would you use those numbers to make 7, then get 10? Like, I'm not sure what the correlation is with the numbers here. That's what I'm confused about. Let's take a look through the remainder of the prompts on the console. Maybe it'll give us another hint. October 3rd, 1965. Note to self, ensure Schillermacher's jacket is secure before leaving him alone. I'm fairly certain he is no longer a contagion risk, but he's still a danger to himself and others. Also, remind the staff not to speak to him without authorization. In several instances, seemingly innocuous conversations have driven Schillermacher, or, as happened today, an attendant to near-suicidal depression. Lower Ward lockdown. June 21st, 1968. They've locked everything down in the World Stone level and below. They say the incursion has been contained, but I've been interviewing survivors. Contained isn't how they describe it at all, though to be fair, their perspective is likely shown to be biased. Note to self, talk to Commander Novell about what's going on down there. June 25th evacuation. They say we have less than 24 hours to pack up and leave before they employ emergency military measures. Is this for real? What the hell? We've seen squads of Marines down here for days. They said they had it contained. I'm not sure what to do with the information. I have several years worth of case interviews that will take me days to carry out. They don't expect me to abandon all that data. Do they? Dr. Enji Sato. This is Dr. Enji Sato of Ward Prime. Dr. Harsgard has brought me on to keep tabs on the Dreamer's health. However, I get the feeling he expects moralities of some kind. Why else bring a pathologist aboard? I guess we'll see. Another security risk. Dr. Westkoff has been scribbling security codes on the walls again, this time in the chemistry lab. I've been asked to confront him about it before all of our clearances get revoked. I want to report him, but I suppose this is the most respectful approach. Westkoff's new game. I figured out Westkoff's trick to remembering his security code. I admit, it's a clever 3-letter rather than 6 numbers, but does he really think it'll pass security inspection? Anyone familiar with the storage room and the alphabet could figure it out, though I do suppose that I was looking for him to do something like this. How hard is it to remember a simple code? Part of me wants to report it, but then I'd have to explain his ridiculous system. Let's see if anyone else catches it first. Wait, so it's the storage room and the alphabet. Oh! I think I figured it out. BGNRY. Those might be the names of chemicals. Let's go find the storage room. I might have figured this out. I swear, if this is the answer, I'm gonna feel like a genius. Okay, where's the storage room? That leads into medbay. Here it is, medical storage. Damn, none of these are labeled. Oh, man, and that was such a good idea, too. Oh. I'm so sad. Okay, sure. Let me head back up there. I might be going a bit of a roundabout way, but... Okay, that leads into the reactor room. Back to the reactor control system. Yeah, This is Westkoff and Sato's office. Okay, here's the board, Deej. I cannot move any of the pieces. I can only look at it. I figured out Westkoff's trick to remembering his security code. I admit it's a clever 3 letters rather than 6 numbers, but does he really think it will pass a security inspection? Anyone familiar with the storage room and the alphabet could figure it out. I did, though I suppose I was looking for him to do something like this. How hard is it to remember a simple code? Part of me wants to report it, but then it had to explain his ridiculous system. Let's see if anyone catches it first. So it has something to do with the storage room and this code. That's why I was looking to see if I could figure something out with the storage room. But maybe it wasn't medical storage. Maybe it was something else? That's turning on the power for the main doors. Up here. I know there's nothing in the observatory. Wherever our answer is, it's only going to be on the main level, or it's only going to be in the medical bay. But surely it has something to do with the storage. It must. How else are we supposed to find out the solution to the puzzle with no key? You know? Also, how do we get into that room? There's a whole nother room in there that I haven't been able to find a way to get into. What's this? Did we look at this computer? No. This is another computer we haven't looked at, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. I want to focus on solving the puzzle first. I don't want to get too distracted. And again, I want to figure out how to get into that other room. Is there no one that was able to explain the solution for how they got the numbers for the key? This place is like one gigantic maze, with how some of these pathways are blocked off. Yeah, that leads into the laboratories. That's not where we need to go. All these bottles are labeled cotton. Damn. And there's not like a lot. Wait. Oh, damn it. I saw that clipboard on the wall and I thought I could have interacted with it, but no. Yeah, I did this one already. That computer I read. Aha! So that's how you get that door open. This might be exactly what I needed. Oh, we're in here now. Let's go. I almost got stuck. That would have been really funny, but it would have been annoying. Ring of Honor. Increase health by 10, stamina by 10, and reduce armor encumbrance by 10. Our first expedition to the Pan world was not without reward. This ring was a wonder, said to confer the favor and protection of the Empress Jinnah. That's really good, actually. It unfortunately does not push us into light load, but it could have. The Jewel of the Black Sun is definitely better anyway. But that's a good ring. That could be the difference between you being in heavy and medium load. Sure, if you want to send me how they came up with the solution, maybe I can figure it out. But don't tell me the answer. I want to try to see if I can figure this out myself. While you are doing that, I'm going to look for that other computer that we skipped past and read through it. If I can remember where it is. This place is a maze. Where the hell is that extra computer? Ah, there it is. Alright, let's do the logs first. I'll read through that once we get through everything here, okay, Deej? August 1st, 1961. Has anyone seen the ketamine? I swear we had 100 cc's a few days ago. Ketamine, Owens, and you. Never mind, I found the ketamine. Owens had it. By the way, Owens is fired, and all future access to medical storage locker has to go through Chief Simpkin. Thanks, hippies. This is why we can't have nice things. Dreamer movement in Ward 2. Gaston's been shifting in his chair, even under sedation. Schillermacher is concerned the Dreamer's brain is rejecting the Worldstone connection. Should we increase his dosage? Please advise. RE, Dreamer movement in Ward 2. Do not increase sedation. Harsgard does not want to lose any dream lucidity. He suggested, however, that we strengthen Gaston's restraints. Dr. Lim, please see that this is done. Dr. Simpkin. February 7th, 1963. I just read the reports regarding Ward 1. Did these meds ever get to Ward 1? In hindsight, it seems like we could have prevented an awful tragedy. I'm not sure. They say what happened in Ward 1 wasn't depression but some kind of contagion. They sealed the whole thing up, bodies and all. Bodies and all? Then what were they doing carting around the other night? They looked like bodies to me, although it was difficult to tell with the lights out. Reports. September 30th, 1962. Be advised that after the incident in Ward 2, Harsgard has changed his mind. Increase sedation dose to all remaining dreamers, effective immediately, and double the restraints. Antidepressant request. November 29th, 1962. Dr. Schillermacher has asked about the availability of antidepressants for him and his team. Does anyone know if there's something we can provide? Dr. Lim. Antidepressants are in the storage locker. Only the chief has access. You'll need permission from Harsgard or at least Wesselkoff if you want them. As part of the quarantine operations in Ward 1, several pieces of expensive equipment were taken for disinfectant, examination, and reuse in the other wards. Nothing else was removed from the ward before it was sealed. Human Resources plan to hang a memorial plaque on the site in honor of our now buried colleagues. Please remember that public speculation on this in any other Ward Prime incident is unprofessional and potentially dangerous. We understand the discussion of the tragedy is unavoidable, but it is inappropriate to voice untenable conjecture on this or any other public terminal. Thank you for understanding in this delicate matter. Dr. Harsgard. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, hang on. This seems like it makes sense. Let me go back up to the board and take a look at it. If this puzzle works the way I think it does, then this actually isn't as complicated as it looks. But I need to see for myself. I need to have the board in front of me while I read the instructions. Not this way. Where the hell's that damn staircase? This place is a maze. I tell you, Deej, when and if we finally get to Remnant 2, I'm really hoping the map in that game is better. It's one of my major complaints with this game, the fact that I can't zoom in on the map at all and do anything with it to get, you know, maybe a better look at what the hell I'm looking at. That'd be nice. Alright, where's that board? I think it's... No, not here. That's the power room. I went around in a big-ass circle. I probably could have just turned a single direction and been at the room I needed to be in. Okay, let's see here. In case the letters you have above the chessboard are not ICU, you have to look at the positions of the 3 letters in the alphabet like this. 1A, 1 equals A, 2 equals B, etc. The password are 6 numbers. 1 letter of the chessboard will match 2 numbers. The first number you'll have to type down will be on the left side of the chessboard, and the second on the top. That means 3 letters equals 6 numbers. Wait, oh, hang on. 1 letter of the chessboard will match 2 numbers. Okay, that's G. So that's 2 and 2. The first number you will have to type down will be on the left side of the chessboard and the second on the top. 3 letters equals 6 numbers. One letter of the chessboard will match 2 numbers. The first number you'll have to type down will be on the left side of the chessboard and the second on top. Okay. A, C, D, E, F, G. But if A is 1, 2 is B, that would mean G is 7, which doesn't make any sense. One letter of the chessboard will match 2 numbers. The first number you'll have to type down will be on the left, and the second will be on the top. Three letters equals 6 numbers. So, 3 letters equals 6 numbers. Okay, so... then maybe it would be... let's try 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. Two, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. Nope. That's not it. In case the letters you have above the chessboard are not ICU, you have to look at the position of the 3 letters in the alphabet like this. Password is 6 numbers. Wait, hang on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. 9, 3, and then you would be like 24? But that doesn't make any sense. One letter of the chessboard will match 2 numbers. The first number you'll have to type down will be on the left side of the chessboard, and the second on the top. I have no clue. This is such a weird puzzle, and I don't feel like I have enough of a clue to tell me what this is. Is this the only hint you found? Is there nothing else you can give me to make this a little easier? Because I really don't want to just be like, give me the answer. Smooth brain, stupid. If I assign a 2-digit code to each letter of the alphabet, then I only have to remember 3 letters instead of a random 6. Then I just need to remember which letters represent the current code. Okay, so ICU must be the letters that represent the current code. That would make the most sense. ICU must represent the current code. And if you assign a 2-digit numerical value, then 3-letter rather than 6 numbers, but does he really think it will pass security? Part of me, anyone familiar with the storage room and the alphabet could figure it out. Yeah, the first one is 2. I figured that much. Because G is where 2 and 2 intersect. And if the hint you gave me is the first letter of the chessboard will match 2 numbers. No, wait, it said first letter of the chessboard. Yeah, it starts with 2. That's where G and G intersect at the chessboard. Um... Hmm... 'Wait, hang on. There's 2 numbers that intersect. So it must be G and Y. So that's 2, 5. Maybe 2, 2, 5, 5, 4, 3? Nope. Then let's try 2, 2, 5, 5, 3, 4. That's also not right. Hmm. 3 letters equals 6 numbers. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm overthinking this. It starts with 2. If you would assign a numerical value to each letter, then 2, 2, 5... No, that's not right. Or is it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G would be 7. So you broke 7 down, it would be... On a numerical system like that, it could be multiple combinations of numbers. However, Y... B, C, D, E, F, G... Wait. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. Y would be 25. So you could break that down as 2, 5. Okay. Then G is 9. So 9 would be... You could do that as... 6? No, it's only through 1 through 5, so using 6 wouldn't work. Then it would be... 2, 3... No, 2, 4... Nope. That could be 2, 5... 2, 6... No, 2, 5... 2, 5... Then... G would be 9, so that would be... 5 and 4. So 2, 5, 2, 5... 4, 5? Let's try that. 2, 5, 2, 5, 4, 5. Nope. So then let's try... 2, 2... 4, 5... 2, 5. Damn it! How close am I, Deej? Am I getting any of these correct besides 2? Man, this puzzle's tricky. Hold on a minute. I need to see something. Mnemonics. Is that the first 2 numbers? It's 2, 4? Wait a minute. Hang on. 2, 4. I think I figured out how they did this. You need to figure out which letters are correct, and then you add them together. So you start with 2, then 2 and 2 is 4. But wait, no, you can't do that, because then if it's 3 letters for 6 numbers, if you add 5 to 5, then you get 10. If you add 4 to 3, you get 7. If you add 4 to 3, you get 7. Then 1 to 2 makes 3. So wait, if it starts with 2, 4, then would the next answers be 1, 3? Two, 4, 1, 3. But then the other ones don't make sense. Because you can't get 7 and 7 from this combination. And you also can't get 10. It's 1 through 6. And only 1 through 5 count. 6 is a red herring. Unless it's 3 letters. So one of these other letters has to be correct. 2, 4, 1, 3. But then what's the last one? Let's try that. We'll try 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 5. Damn it! Oh my god, I don't want to spend another hour and a half on another freaking puzzle, but that looks like it's what's gonna happen. 2, 4. The first number will be on the left side and the second one is on the top. 3 letters, 6 numbers. And then assign a number value to each. 1 and 1 and 1. Wait a minute. Hang on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Seven, 6. Nope. That's not it either. I thought maybe if you subtracted, then that would work. Wait a minute. The star. Star usually means multiplication. So, 2, then 2 by 2 is 4. 1 is 1, then 1 and 2 is 2. So it would be 2, 4, 1, 2. But then if you multiply the other numbers, it's still too high. Because you could do 3, but then 3 times 4 is 12. And then 5 by itself is 5, and then 5 times 5 is 25. There's no way, right? 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 5? There's no way. 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 5? Oh, man! I thought I had it that time, too. How close am I getting, Deej? Did I get any more of the numbers correct? Talk to me, little bro. It was 2413. So you do add them together. Then it's just a matter of figuring out what the last two are. That would require me to figure out the last number, the last letter, because it's BG, 2413. But the other ones don't add up. Unless... 2413. And it's not 55. Because that would be 10 if you add those together. Then 3 and 4 is 7, and 4 and 3 is 7. You can't do 7. Wait a minute. No way. Two, 4, 1, 3, 4, 3. No. 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 3. No. Alright, let's shoot in the dark here then. 2, 4, 1, 3, 6, 1. No, I knew it can't be 6. It's impossible. Because it's only 1 through 5. And it has to be the letters on the board. ICU does not count. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. No way. 2, 4, 1, 3, 1, 6? No. 2, 4, 1, 3... 5, 1? No fucking way! Are you shitting me? 5, 1? Wait. Where do you get 5? Huh? Where do you get 5, 1 from this? Wait a minute. Well, alright. We did it. So, that opens up the storage room. Machine pistol. A small caliber, full automatic silenced pistol with a medium magazine capacity and incredibly fast rate of fire, effective at mid-range with controlled bursts. You wouldn't believe how much firepower you can find in them old science facilities, almost as if they knew what was coming. Deej, I'm gonna level with you. I don't really feel like I solved that puzzle. I really, truly feel like I just brute forced my way through that. I don't understand how you're supposed to get some of these numbers. Like, okay, the first few make sense. But where do you get 5, 1 from this? I don't either. I mean, hey, I'm glad we solved it. I'm not gonna complain. But also, I kind of wish I understood how I got to the solution I did. Alright, let's get the blast doors open. This must be the wormhole they were talking about. Alright. So how do we get in there? Maybe we've got to go in through the Dark Realm? Yup, sure do. Now we can get inside. Oh, it's a heart. There we go. Quest complete. The wisdom trait. That's strange. Where did the root go? It looks like they're gone. Can you even go into the Dark Realm anymore? Yeah, you can. That's freaky. All those root stalkers are gone. Weird. Destroying the last heart must have killed all of them. I'm not complaining, but that's not how I thought I was going to kill those things. But let's see what we got out of that. The wisdom trait. Increase elemental damage. Acquired by destroying the root heart in Ward Prime. Subject 2923 exhibits a stronger affinity with her entity than any other dreamer, even showing discomfort at room temperature and above. Well, we did it. Somehow. Now, where the hell is this going to spit us out? Oh. Hello.
Where did you come from?
Ooh, she's pretty. Uh-oh.
You should be more careful. The shadow is following you.
Here we are. Race 'em. The ice planet. She's very pretty. Trollnir Woods.
What news? Good luck out. Greetings, friend. Let's see what...
I don't suppose you have something to help with Frost, do you, Reggie? You sure don't.
Take care, friend.
Hey, traveler. Till next time. Keep moving.
Shut up, McCabe.
Good. Just what do you need?
That's a brand new sidearm. Of course we're powering that up. Why not? Let's power up the spear while we're at it, just because. And why not? We'll power up the crossbow too. We've got the iron.
Take care, my friend.
Alright.
Keep moving.
We've used all of our scrap, so we're looking good there. Okay. How you feeling, dude? You good to keep going? I think it's time we finally started exploring the new planet.
Come on.
Okay, those are explosive. Charcoal necklace. Increase fire damage from all sources by 15% and burning damage by 50%. Torch and ash, fire and flame. Consume all who would molest and enslave. Red barrels are explosive. Okay. More of the rat folk. So they're native to Racem. That's weird. Then why did we see some of them out on Earth? Ooh, we got a new consumable. Spice Root. Removes the frozen effect and increased frost resistance by 30%. Lasts for 10 minutes. The Uriki were born to the cold, but they are not immune to it. Like most, they have learned ways to survive. So that must be what they're called, the Uriki. See, unfortunately, I see these guys like these giant rat folk, and my Warhammer brain kicks in. I feel like now I'm just in a frost-covered level of, oh, what the heck is it? What is that Warhammer game where you fight against the Skaven? Vermintide! Warhammer Vermintide! Ooh, that thing's big! What the hell is that? Ow! Of course the big guy's got a shockwave attack. Why wouldn't he?
Stay down!
Frostbite. When frozen, movement speed and stamina regen is reduced. Ew. That's awful. It may not do any damage, but it would sure suck to get hit with.
Crap.
Oh, great. And some of these bastards can fly. Of course they can. They fly now. They fly now? They fly now. Okay, that door is blocked, so we're not going that way. Interesting. That one's got a shield on his back. And a mace. So it's almost like a rat barbarian. Like a Viking almost. Interesting. Now there's a lot of those burst plants over here too. So there's definitely a lot of environmental traps I could use here against the rats. Or they could use on me if I'm really unlucky and they get a really good shot in. Yep, rat folk. Right down to the tails and faces. Even their movements are kind of like giant walking rats. Yeah, these things remind me way too much of the Skaven, and I don't like that. I hate Skaven. Nasty little bastards. I'm gonna break all your stuff, because I don't like you. Okay, Okay, the barrel blast radius isn't as big as it looks. Unfortunate. There's a lot of them over there. I think I got them all.
It was rough.
How'd I miss that one? Thank you for your help with the puzzle earlier, by the way, Deej. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I would have been able to solve that by myself. So I'm actually glad you were there to help me. That's twice now you've helped me solve a puzzle in this game, by the way. No, 3 times, technically. I mean, that's not the point. You still helped me solve the puzzle. Even if you didn't, like, figure out the solution, quote-unquote, you helped me figure it out. So, I'm really grateful that you did. Because, like I said, I really don't think I could have solved that by myself. And I appreciate you being like, okay, you got this number right, you got that number right, you're getting there. Because I feel like I really would have just been grasping at straws. That puzzle did not have a very clear solution. I might actually, like, look back on that through, like, a video or something and see if somebody can explain, like, alright, this is how you get the solution to the puzzle. This corresponds to this, and this is how you figure this out. Not bullshit per se, but out of curiosity, did you ever play any of those really old adventure games? Something like Space Quest or King's Quest or like some of those old Sierra point-and-click games. The really old ones? Did you ever play any of those? That felt like one of those kinds of puzzles. Like a moon logic puzzle that you're just kind of supposed to grasp at and try to figure out. Like, it probably wasn't that complicated. I'm sure there was a clear solution. We just didn't know how you were supposed to get point A to B, which is why, at least to me, it felt like one of those old adventure game puzzles. But not one of the good ones, like one of those moon logic puzzles, where you just kind of have to reach for the stars and hope you get the right solution. Like, lining up the pieces on the blood moon of the third day in the second week of December, or something like that. Does that make sense? Also, yeah, I totally called this. These are Viking rats. Like, the way, like, their buildings are styled, the way their, like, planet is structured, and even some of the looks of their elite units, very Viking. So these are, Viking rats. Which is pretty cool, honestly. Like, I've seen rat folk before, but never done quite like this. It's a nice touch. It's a little more unique than what they did with the pan, actually. Like, okay, satyr folk. Makes sense. In a jungle. But you don't think rats and snow. Sub-area. This appears to be a cave. Exile's Trench. It feels good to be making progress again. Oh, huh. Evil naked mole rats. Like, they're giant evil naked mole rats. And some of them are clinging to the ceiling. I see. And the flying ones can call for more.
Yeah! Stay down!
Some of them don't even have guns. That one just tried to run at me. Uh-oh. They've even got wizards.
over.
Or whatever the hell that thing was. It looked like a wizard or some kind of dark priest. I need to be very careful what I shoot or hit around here, because there's explosive barrels tucked around the corners here. If I am not careful, I will hit one of those and I will blow myself up. Which would be funny, but annoying. Oh, stop doing that. Stop that. Oh, bye. I shot that dude so hard he flew back like 30 feet. I'll take that Tome of Knowledge, thank you. Okay. If they manage to get close, they will swing at me first before I'll be able to hit them, at least with the flail. Nope. You don't get to do that shit again. I say no.
It was rough.
What's this? Volatile gem. So it's going to be all the way down at the bottom. Here it is. Dragonheart explodes, dealing 200 base melee damage, inflicting 100% bonus stagger damage to enemies within 5 meters. Gain a 200% damage bonus based on gear score. The white soil is plentiful beneath Racium's frozen surface. The Urakiri farm it for fuel, warmth, and sudden destruction. So, wait. If I'm understanding that correctly, if I use the Dragonheart, I'll just explode like a bomb? That is what that says, right? I am reading that correctly, right, Deej? I kind of want to try that out. You know what? Screw it. Let's give that a try really quick, because I'm very curious what's going to happen here. As long as it doesn't blow me up, too. Cool. Nice sound design for that, too. I like that. That's neat. It's a little gimmicky, but it's neat. I could see that being really cool with, like, a Dragonheart-focused build. Because there's that one armor set that makes it where you can heal your allies, and there's a very small chance that you using the Dragonheart may not consume a charge. You could just do a Dragon Bomb burst build with that. I could see that being really fun. Gimmicky, but fun. I'll take those Luminite crystals, thank you. How you feeling, little bro? Any better? Has this helped even a little? Naked Morets.
Alright. Who's next?
Do you maybe want to call it quits then after this? We'll finish up the dungeon, finish off whatever boss is in here, and then we'll call it a night? How's that sound? Okay, sounds good. I'm pretty sure the end of the tunnel's just up ahead here. Yup, sure is. Excuse me. Yup, we got a boss fight up ahead here. The Warden's Prison. Oh, this looks fun. Nice rat purse. Oh. Uh-oh. Nice rat person. Olbrick, the shield warden. Ow. Ow. Okay, that's a true combo. If he catches me, or hebs me in, I'm just dead. I'm dead. Wow, okay. That was hilariously quick. That shield's gonna be a problem. What could I use to get around that? Probably the Spore Bloom. And then I'll also run Curse of the Jungle God. Between the tendrils and the mines, plus the kick of the shotgun, that should be more than enough to deal with this. Should be. Plus, both these weapons deal explosive damage, so that should be enough in theory to get around his armor. Ow. Dickhead. Ow. my god, he's gonna kill me. I'm dead. Wow. That's aggravating. Okay. Sure. Ow.
Good.
Ow.
Good.
I'm dead. Never mind. Somehow he didn't kill me. But he's about to. Whew. Orbrick's bracelet.
Won't fit.
Whew. That was rough. I can't believe I killed him. I actually thought he had me dead to rights a couple of moments there. Alright, let's get the hell out of here, hit another checkpoint, and let's leave. Oh, and let's check out the ring he gave us. If it's... Is it a... Yeah, it's a ring. Orbrick's bracelet is what it was called. I think. Oh, it was a material. Orbrick's bracelet. A valuable resource worn by Orbrick the Shield Warden. It can be used to forge a powerful weapon mod. Orbrick joined the Magier Shadow as soon as he was of age. His ability to make the massive Vargul even slower earned him the title of Jarl of the Hunt several seasons in a row. Oh, and this spat us out over here, on the other side of the wall. Excellent. I wish there was a checkpoint that was closer nearby. That would be nice. Oh, there's one. Haha. It was high up and I couldn't see it. What's this? Ooh. Treasure. I found stuff. I may have also found deepest lore. A visitor came. No visitor ever comes. Few even know of this holy site, and none know of the acts of the Vargil's bones. But she knew many things. Her name was Sildar. She seeks to be Hakun, yet she is mere Medun, nothing, nobody. How could she have even come so close to the truth? Thankfully, she seems unaware of this one's collection or the true location of Frostborn. She follows a path, nothing more. This one gave her an old midwife's tale. She walks, she weeps, ever searching for unity. I'm good. Swallowed wrong. Ever awaiting the chosen one. Long have the midwives believed Rala haunts the Wen Ring, and many believe she holds the resting place of Scarfang and Frostborn. Even this one believed the stories once, though it led to nothing. Let Sildar follow the path. Let this one hide better. Long has this one sought Magir's sword and axe. Frostborn I have found. This one knows not how it came to pass, but Frostborn lay amongst the bows of the Vargil slain by Magir. Both bone and axe are now safe. If Frostborn has power, this one has been unable to tap it. Perhaps power lies only in both weapons together. Who knows? But power is not the goal. This one seeks only to find the holy relics and keep them safe. So this one has meditated long. Here at the site where Magir slew the giant, where the giant's bones still lay. Scarfang will reveal itself soon enough. This one has seen it. This one knows. Frostborn! We actually got the axe! Now we just need to find Scarfang. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Frostborn. Cold strikes. Strikes apply frostbite. Charge attack applies too. A crystal axe, excellent for supplying a consistent flurry of alternating attacks with a chilling touch. Charge attacks hit multiple times and deal considerable damage. They say she was forged in the heart of the world, a heart colder than anyone can know. Don't do it, Deej. Don't do it, B. Don't do what you want to do. This is not the time. This is not the time for that. I'm 4. I see the axe, and I think back to like some of my my old days where some of my friends, including my my ex at the time, played World of Warcraft, and this was back during the time of Wrath of the Lich King. So I see the axe, I see the name of it, I think Frostmourne, which is the Lich King's sword, and then I just imagine him saying, "Frostmourne hungers." Like in his typical deep voice. I don't know why. 3 months, 32 days, a luck stroke, holy of days. On Magir's 7th birth call, Magir left the glen, cursing the gods and Emin and frigid winds that drove off prey and starved Magir's community of outcasts. 7 days he braved the tundra, and 7 days... Two, does Sildir trudge in search of Urkir's birthplace? Sildir finds no glen but something better, a Krall who knows of Scarfang and Frostborn. Magir guides me here, Krall guides me onwards. Yeah, you're probably right. Felmorn Burrow. Alright, let's see what we got from that shield breaker. Hopefully something good. Because that dude kicked my shit in. I better get something amazing. Either something that kicks up an ice storm, or something that gives me a shield. One or the other. Preferably both.
Needing any scrap?
I'll take those Luminite crystals, thank you.
Later.
Now let's see that weapon mod.
What now? Fine, let's have a look.
Frozen Mist. Fire a projectile that deals 10 frost damage, releasing a freezing cloud that lasts for 10 seconds, and applies frostbite to enemies within 3 meters. Apply 3 stacks with a direct hit.
I've got work
So it's a
to do.
cryo grenade. Okay.
Good. What do you need?
Alright, we're slowly getting up to leveling the Scar of the Jungle God, Deej. Eventually we'll be able to use those claws. It's taking me some time, because a lot of stuff has popped up that needs Luminite crystals, but we will use the Scar, I promise. By the end of the game, we'll get those claws spec'd and ready to go. I hope.
Take care, my friend.
Keep moving.
Alright, so we have some leftover scrap, but we don't have any iron and no Luminite crystals. Let's increase our range damage a little bit more. And let's switch our guns back to normal. Back to the Magnum, and then back to our hunting rifle. Alright. We'll save at the crystal, we'll rest, and then we'll call it a session. A little short, but still, results are results. And I'm actually quite pleased with how tonight went. All things considered. Alright, my man. Why don't you try and get some sleep, okay? I will be sure to pester you until you inevitably fall asleep. Thank you all very much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic night. Take care, and I will see you all next time. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night, Deej.